Good day everyone. Today I will explain you why is classroom layout so important and what changes can make your classroom a model place for learning. I'll take you on a round of an idyllic classroom that will help you to set your classroom in the best possible way on a budget. Why classroom design is so important, have you ever wondered? For me, it depicts your learning style, and when you add more details to your classroom, what you do, you propel learning process as well as stimulate thought process among your students, which is a need of today's technoculture. Let's start. Why is classroom design so important? The objective of setting classroom is to enable students to gain behavioral, social, and academic success in a structured environment that caters to tolerance, exemplary behavior, and learning. So, it is very important for the academic as well as social success of the students, as well as to flourish them in a safe, fair, and rule-based learning environment. Now, teachers, for me, my classroom was a very important place because it depicts that how effective I am as a teacher, how much organized I am, and what is my mantra of setting certain things. Now let's see what else we can do to make our class a very special place. Welcome to my new classroom, a place where students love to come and explore. Now let's see what sort of classroom are we going to plan or design. What are the steps required to make our classroom the best place in the whole entire world, which we all long to see every morning. The first step you have to do is to make a list of things which are required in the classroom. Now, you have to make the list of the things which are required in the classroom. You also have to check whether furniture is in accordance with the strength you are going to have in the class, whether all the electrical appliances they are working or not, is there any proper ventilation in the class or not. So after analyzing your classroom in detail, you have to make a list. Now, while making this list, you have to divide it into two columns. Now, what material is available and what is required. Okay, you have to write, for instance, your softboard, they might be in a very proper position, they have a very good base, so you need not to add new base to the softboards, only the top material or the information needs to be renewed. So you will write here English softboard needs to be fixed or whatever is required in particular. Again, supply list. You will make a list of all the supplies you are having, all the resources which are available in the classroom. That will help you to achieve targets you have already written in the to-do list. These two lists, they are going to work hand in hand to make your classroom a best place. Again, step 1, you have to make a list of the material or softboard material or anything else that is required in the classroom. And also you have to make a list of all the materials which are already present in the classroom. Is it clear? Now let's move on. Now, how will you make the list? You have to stand right outside the door of your classroom and you have to check your classroom stepwise. The first step is to check if the door protocols they are complete or not. And what are the door protocols? Class pointer should be there on the door. And what is the class pointer? Name of the class. If it's grade 3 and along with the section 3B or 3 red or 3 purple, whatever is the section, you have to mention on the door. And it should be legible, big enough to be read from the distance. Second thing, teacher's name of the class teacher. Then, timetable, updated timetable should be there on the door along with the bell timings. At the back of the door, you need to mention inventory of the class. Now, have a look. Here is the picture of the door protocols. First thing, class pointer, followed by the teacher's name, then timetable along with the bell timings. Here, something very important needs to be discussed. What is that? See, green paint is present at the bottom of the door. So, the teacher has used green base for showing the information or for making the labeling. Why has she chosen this green color? Because the door is painted green. So she has set a theme. Rather than making door a pastry by adding a lot of colors to it, she has followed a proper theme. So that's why this is looking nice. Have a look. Class pointer, name of the teacher, timetable along with the bell timings are all mentioned on the door as per theme. 3 of these pieces of information, they have the same base color, that is green, because the door has green color at the bottom. Now, class inventory list. You have to mention updated session here, and then month-wise you have to update this list. Now, what is in the list? Whiteboard, chair, table, cupboard, dustbin, fans, softboard, tube light, duster or any other item. You have to update this inventory side by side, month-wise. Very important thing is tagging of cupboards. Now, which articles in the cupboards or how are we supposed to tag the cupboards? Number 1, English test copies. Number 2, Urdu test copies. Number 3, Maths test copies. English classwork copies, Urdu classwork copies, Math classwork copies, sketch files, folders and diaries. Why do you think this tagging is required? Any idea? That will help you to get organized. You will open the cupboard and everything is right in front of you. And whenever you have to look for English test copies, you will see the tag and you will directly move towards, your hand will automatically move towards that particular place. And if you have to search for English classwork copies, you need not to get confused. You will move to that tag and you will take out all the copies. No mixing, no losing copies and no searching for the copies here and there. A lot of time will be saved as well as your energy. Now, apart from these things, what else we are supposed to tag? Art material, dustbin corner, jug and glass corner, which by the way is not required these days since a lot of students, almost every student, they are bringing their own water bottle. But in case you are having any jug or glass in your classroom, you have to tag it. Chalk and duster box needs to be tagged as well. But if you are having a board marker, you can put board marker and duster in a box and that box needs to be tagged. Lunchbox corner in case of junior children like in class 3 or in preschool. And stationery box. Stationery box is very important. You need to make your own stationery box which has all necessary stationery required every day in it. Is it clear? I'll repeat again. Art material, you have to tag a place where you're going to place all of your art materials. So whenever you have to conduct an art class or any activity, you need not to run here and there everywhere in the world. Rather, you just open your cupboard and take it out. Use it and place it back nicely. Dustbin corner, jug and glass corner if you're having chalk and duster box, but if you're having whiteboard marker, then please place it in the box. Lunchbox corner, which is not required for seniors, only grade 3 children, they might bring their lunch boxes. And stationery box, which is very important, which needs to be updated whenever any of the stationery item is finished. Let's create permanent labels. Since I have mentioned at the beginning of this workshop that I will teach you how to make budget-friendly products for your classroom or the materials that can be used again and again or permanent resources. Now teachers, you must be familiar with sticky notes, or sticky notes are very much available in the market. You can get them from the market. Now, how to convert these sticky notes into labels or tags. You can cut them in tiny strips and you can write whatever you need to write at the top of this sticky note, which now you have cut in the form of a strip. You can write at the top of this strip and you have to laminate this with this transparent scotch tape. Transparent scotch tape is an excellent resource for laminating tags. These tags can be used again and again if you have laminated these tags with this transparent scotch tape. And this scotch tape will also serve as a tool for sticking these tags wherever you need to stick them. So it will serve two purposes. Number one, laminate the tags and stick them to the place. Another very interesting innovation for making tags is use file binders. You can write whatever you need to tag at the top of this file binder, and then you can use this file binder for tagging your cupboard or any area of your classroom. How? Let me explain you. First, have a look how you have to write at the top of this file binder. Black and white is an excellent combination for making any of the tag or softboard material. The reason is that these both colors, they have the most legible font. You can read easily if anything is written in black on white, or if anything is written in white on black paper. Is it clear? So try to make your flashcards or tags using black and white combination. You can mount these tags on colorful strips or colorful wrapping sheets. See, teachers, this is how we can use them. All the tagging has been done with this file binder. These are the clips. These are all clipped on this book rack. Now, why this is most adequate or most recommended method for tagging? The reason is that suppose your English classwork copies are way more than your test copies. You can remove this tag from here and you can add this tag here. Here you can place your English copies. You can easily change the places of these tags without harming any of the rag or wooden material. Similarly, have a look here. How easy and convenient. The whole rack has been tagged, and again you can change it easily. You can remove this tag from here and you can put it here. You can again remove this tag from here and you can put it here. As per your needs, you can change the tagging again and again. And if you have to pack up your classroom, you can remove all the tags and you can keep them safe in a box. I hope you find it very interesting. Now girls, a very important and a very interesting thing, and a recycled material, I must say, budget friendly and readily available, and you can use it again and again in your classroom. What is this? Any idea? Now girls, these are all cartons. The cartons are cut in one size. They are cut in a way that these cartons can serve as an excellent place where you can store your notebooks, books, or any other teaching resource. You can label whatever you need to place inside this carton, and you can save all your teaching resources or any of your notebooks, library books, workbooks, whatever you need to save for future use. I hope this is going to help you a lot. You can cut the cartons in this way. Even if you don't want to cut them, choice is yours. You can cover them with a beautiful chart paper, or even if you don't want to cover them, no worries. You can only cover this front portion right here. See, again they have used black and white for writing. Why they have used black and white? Because it is very legible. You can read it easily. You can read it even from the distance. Now let's see what else we are having. Now girls, again this is a cupboard, and this teacher has used a lot of recycled material to store her teaching resources. See, it's a box. She has painted it and she has written "Dream Big." These buckets, these are the ice cream boxes. and she has painted them and she has placed whatever she wanted to place. Again, you can use boxes and you can divide them, label them to store your material. I really like this setup, so that's why I'm sharing this with you. So you can set your cupboards in the form by placing short compartment or boxes inside the cupboard. You can label the boxes, you can divide it further in the form of compartments, you can use the buckets, you can use boxes, anything, and you can label them to make your cupboard spacious, and it is giving a look as if it's highly organized. Everything you can get out easily. Now, this is another adorable setting of stationery. You can use this in your classroom. And one more thing. Now see, girls, these are all net buckets, small jars for holding pencils, erasers or highlighters, scissors, again followed by these drawers, having all the material required in the classroom. You can again use any of the tin cans or any of the jars which are used, which are not in use now but they are empty. You can bring it to school, you can paint them and use them as pencil holder, highlighter holder, or whatever is available in the class you need to store. Again, this is my favorite picture because one of our master trainer, Anam Naz, she has made that for us while we were conducting a workshop. She has used a waste material that was a waste can, and she has converted that waste can into a beautiful pencil holder. Again, she has made these cards from a waste wrapping sheet, and she has written encouraging remarks on them so we can use them whenever we need to encourage any of the candidate. So this is how you can make a lot of things from the waste material. As you can see, this is a beautiful pencil holder she has created out of a waste jar, and she has used a waste wrapping sheet for making appreciation note cards. Girls, look at the picture provided and discuss the flaws you notice in the picture and solutions to rectify the flaws. You have 10 minutes to complete this task. You have to look at this picture and you have to see what flaws have been shown in the picture and how you can improve them or rectify them. You may pause the video for 10 minutes. Now, this is something which again I was really amazed to see how they have organized this cupboard. This teacher has labeled whatever she has placed inside the cupboard. She has labeled everything outside as well. So it will become very easy for her to open which particular cabinet of the cupboard. Now, suppose here you have placed your planners, stuff planners, or any office register. So you can write here office registers and you can further label them a weekly planner, tough planner, or any other register. Similarly, if you have placed any of your teaching resources in this compartment, you can write here. And again, if you have placed copies here or whatsoever, you can write here at this section of the cupboard. In this way, your whole cupboard will stay organized forever, and it will be very easy for you to see which door you have to open and from where you have to take out the material. That is going to serve as a tool for saving you a lot of time. And even if you are absent or you are not available, you have to leave your class in emergency, any of your colleague, whosoever is substituting you, they can open and they can use your material, and the time of the students will not at all get wasted. Now, very important thing, softboards or bulletin boards. While making softboards, the first thing you have to do is to set a theme. What theme you want to set of your class, and you have to set same base for all the softboards. They should not be pink, purple, green, orange, mustard. No, not at all. They should follow the theme. See how nice they are all looking because they are as per theme. Again, you can have a look at these two bulletin or soft boards. They are following a theme. Very colorful, very neatly done, a very simple border. If I can see, if you all can see, if I can explain you further, if you can see this pattern, this is a wrapping sheet which is cut in a design, in the form of a design. And again, a beautiful display of soft boards as per theme. The borders are same, only the material is pasted on colorful sheets. And if you can see, A4 sheets are mounted on colorful chart papers, pieces of colorful chart papers. And again, the colors are the same, like pink, light yellow, light blue. Again, every color is as per theme. See, if you're following blue theme, this is looking very nice and neat. You will follow same base throughout, and you will paste your material at this soft board. A very simple display of soft board having a very nice and simple border all around. Again, I think this is a wrapping sheet, and 2 flowers, handmade flowers, are added at one corner only. Please do not cluster a lot of decoration material on the soft boards. It will hamper the learning process. Again, soft boards as per blue theme, and I really loved them because they are all 3D soft boards and beautifully done, very neat, and they are very eye-catchy as well. Now, the font or information should be legible. If you can see, this is the adequate amount, this is the adequate font, big enough so you can read easily. You can read even from the distance. And very important thing, use of black and white combination. You can read from the distance. See, they have mounted it on colorful chart papers, but they have not used colorful papers for writing. The written material is all on black and white papers, and black is used for font color, as used as a for the font color or for showing the written. Soft boards are the best teaching resource. How? Now teachers, don't you think that this soft board can serve as an excellent teaching resource for explaining solar system to the children? And see, this has a lot of colors in it, 3D model, and all the information required to be shared with the children. That will increase concentration span of the children as well. They will love to listen whatever information you are giving to them. It will break the daily monotony of looking at the whiteboard and the same routine lesson. Rather, it will become very interesting for them to explore something different. Similarly, dentition. If you have to teach them dentition, then this soft board is an excellent teaching resource. How? See, girls, this soft board has temporary labels on it showing different types of teeth, and all the information required to be shared with the children is also displayed on the side. Similarly, you can call the children at the end of the lesson and ask them to label different type of teeth. This will enable you to give an excellent wrap up to the lesson. And also, you can instruct them to write whatever they have learned today on the piece of paper and paste it on the soft board. So this will again give an extraordinary good recap to the lesson. If you can see, girls, each and every tooth is displayed on the side, and their characteristics are mentioned as well. So this soft board is an excellent tool for teaching dentition to the children. Now have a look here. This is a frog, and if you open this window and look inside, what is inside? All the systems: digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system, all the systems, they are explained in detail inside this window. You open it, explain each and every system to the children, and then you close this window. Isn't it interesting? So think of innovative ideas and make your soft boards in a way that you can use them as a teaching tool or teaching resource later. So that will enhance learning capacity of your children, as well as it will make your classroom a beautiful place. Now again, this is a very interesting soft board. What is the title? Who am I? This board can serve as an excellent teaching resource for explaining any of the language. For instance, parts of speech. You can explain parts of speech using this board. You can write characteristics of noun here, and inside, when a child will unfold this, you can write noun. Like at the top you can write name of a person, name of a place, name of a thing. When a child will unfold it, inside you will write noun. Again, here you can write name of a special or specific person, place or thing. Starts with a capital letter. And again, when a child will open it, inside you will write proper noun. So in this way you can teach them a lot of things by using this riddle board. Students' work display. Very important segment of your soft board. That will encourage your children to perform or work even better. You can display the work of your children on these soft boards and they will love to work even harder. Why? Because they will urge that their work will be displayed on this soft board. And you can ask the students to go and paste their work on the soft board. That will encourage them and will develop a sense of responsibility amongst them as well. And they will enjoy reading their work, or they will enjoy that their work has been displayed on the soft board. So this is very important that you display good work or the work which is extraordinary or at par with the standards you have set on the soft board. You will notice that the children, they will perform way better than they were doing before. Classroom rules. Again, you can display classroom rules on any of the soft board or on the side of the wall. You will use scotch tape for pasting classroom rules so that wall will not get damaged. Make sure you are not using any of the glue, nails or anything that will damage the wall. You can select any of the classroom rules available on the internet, or you can create or assemble your own classroom rules and display in your classroom. That will discipline your classroom, and again your classroom management or class control will be improved and will enable you to develop a classroom in a best possible way. Girls, have a look at this picture. A teacher was updating her soft boards. What advices will you give her to work in an organized way? You may pause the video for 3 seconds and list down as many advices as you can. Since in the beginning of this video, I mentioned that we will give our classroom a makeover without using excessive resources. How? Have a look. Let's conceal. Remember this rule of concealing. We are not going to do a lot of new changes or we are not going to make a lot of new material. Rather, we are going to conceal the things we are already having in the classroom. Now, whenever you go to any of the beauty salon, then and ask any of the beautician to give you big eyes or prominent lips or to make you look very fair, what they do? They never do your plastic surgery. Rather, they conceal different features of your face. This is what we have to do. We have to conceal whatever has been damaged in the classroom, and we have to conceal in a way that it will look spectacular. Is it clear? So every time, whenever we are working, we have to use this rule of concealing like makeup artists they do. How? Don't change the base of the boards if they are in the good condition. You're not going to change the base of the board. Even if you will change the borders, trust me, your classroom will look as if you have renewed each and everything. Secondly, if borders are torn, then cut any patterned wrapping sheets and paste them. A lot of wrapping sheets they are available in the market. They have a pattern of check or lines or any beautiful pattern on them. You can cut them in the form of strips and you can paste them. A very simple and elegant border to add. If only few areas are damaged, then add flowers or cutouts of any shapes to cover it. You can cover the border if the border is in proper position or shape, and if it's in good condition, you need not to add borders even. If it is damaged at one or two places, you can add any of the decorative article there. Now, similarly, if base is damaged, then you can add flashcards or any of the softboard material, information material to cover it. So, girls, what are we going to do? In your things to do list, you have to write that how you are going to conceal your broken or damaged items. Is it clear? The rule is to conceal, conceal and conceal. How you are going to conceal? Whatever has been damaged in your classroom, you are going to renew the items already available in the classroom. And how you have to work on it? You have to conceal the damaged parts rather than making each and everything start from the scratch. Is it clear? And now you have to make a list thinking that what things can you renew or how can you conceal the damaged areas. Furniture setting, very important. You have to set your furniture in a way that will encourage children to work independently, and this will show that the children, they are not copying work from the whiteboard, rather they are working independently. If you can see, I have pasted a picture of a model classroom. Here you can see the children, they can work in the form of small groups, they can share information with each other. Now teachers, research say that children, they learn a lot from each other because they have a comfort level and they share a lot of useful information that might be missed by one of the child. The other child can share this with the class fellow. So we encourage group work. Assemble all the chairs like this. That will encourage students to perform even better, and that will enable you to create student-centered classroom, not the teacher-centered, in which teacher is writing on the board and students, they are copying. I prefer or recommend this type of seating arrangement. Again, this is a model classroom. See, all the soft boards, they have a theme. All the soft boards, they have same base color, a color which is matching with the wall. The chairs are arranged nicely and promoting group work, independent work, student-centered classroom, not the teacher-centered classroom. Bins, they have proper bin liners and everything is properly done. Reading corner, very important. You can display storybooks on any of the table or rack available in your class, and whenever the children or the bright students, they complete their work prior, you can engage them in reading activities. These books can be displayed nicely in any of the corner available in your classroom. What is wrong in this picture? Come on. Now girls, you have to look at this picture carefully, and at the end of this presentation, you have to share your points with your coordinator or branch head. Have a look again and you have to tell what is wrong in this classroom. Now, promote independent work. Now girls, this is one of the classrooms set by us while we were teaching in Shah Jamal. See, the children, they are working independently. Everyone is busy in their work and they have to write about these objects, the objects which are lying on the table. And see how nicely they are working. They are sitting in groups, they are helping each other, but they are working and nobody is looking at the board. Same is the case in this picture. See, everyone is working. Everyone is doing their own work quietly, nicely, and they are very much focused on their task. Girls, have a look at this picture. Identify issues shown in the picture below. How can they be hazardous for students? You have 2 minutes to complete this task. You may pause the video for 2 minutes. A very important component of the classroom is whiteboard. Girls, you have to display this sentence at the top of your whiteboard. Here we have pasted on the whiteboard at the bottom. The reason being I have taken this reference from one of the workshop. Otherwise, you are supposed to paste it at the top. So each and every child can easily have a look at this sentence. Why? Because this sentence has all the alphabet in it. And this will serve the purpose of writing pattern. A quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. Is it clear? A very important thing is to draw margin lines on your whiteboard. Now girls, here the margin lines have been drawn not by a permanent marker or a board marker. Rather, we have used a tape. This is a tape, plastic tape. Why we have used this? Because permanent marker or the board marker, they are erasable. But this tape is a permanent resource. We have pasted using we have already drawn a line with the scale, and then we have sticked this plastic tape, black plastic tape, to show the margins. Here you will write date, here you will write day, and topic will come here. So this is a very good tip. I am sure you will like it, that you can paste black tape here at the top and on the other side to show the margin lines. This is a black plastic tape usually used for wrapping around the wires. You must be familiar with this tape. It is readily available in the electricity shops and very cheap. This will become your permanent resource. For the whole year, your whiteboard will remain in this proper condition, showing all the margin lines. And it will become very easy for you to start and end your topics, and you can erase the board, whatever you will do, but your margins will stay on the whiteboard. Now, last but not least, I have mentioned a checklist to see the readiness of your classroom for the future. Now, you can have a look at this checklist, you can note it down, and at the end of the day, you will see how much you are ready for the new session. Best of luck. See you. Have a nice day.